Welcome back, folks. We got a big show planned for you today here. We're going to begin transforming this Oldsmobile Omega into a high-end personal luxury vehicle. So the customization finally begins today. We're going to begin by doing a chip Foose style bumper tuck on the back bumper here. You can see it's sticking out way too far. And this is, of course, because of the 5 mile per hour safety bumper here with its shock absorbers. Those of you who have been following the channel for some time know that I've been violently opposed to safety from day one. So today we're going to take care of that. Then we're going to be turning our attention to doors here. We're going to be shaving the exterior door handles here, because nothing says personal luxury like not being able to get inside your own car. Well, step one here is going to be getting the back bumper off. Easier said than done. Looks like we got 11/16 here. Bolt, and looks like they're heavily rusted. These are the pesky little buggers here I was talking about. So if you're not familiar, these are a little shock absorber that's built into the back of the car here, and they're designed to absorb minor collisions and protect the occupants of the car. Of course, we can't have that. So the factory installed these plastic doodads here in some kind of lame attempt to disguise the fact that the rear bumper sticks out about 8 feet too far. However, these were somehow damaged in the last episode when we removed the taillights. And they're also not going to allow us to tuck the bumper in the way that we want. So we're just going to go ahead and modify them slightly. we got the bumper back on here, but I may have noticed that we had to cut away most of the original mounting hardware in order to get it to fit back in here. Now, you're going to want to go ahead and replace that. Otherwise, you're going to end up with an Omega that resembles one of Dean's bumperless LTDs. And you don't want that. So I would recommend going to the hardware store, getting yourself some, you want it real solid on there, yep. So, you know, get yourself some grade 8 bolts or, you know, some heavy duty self-tappers there. But for me personally there, I like to use the Bodyman's secret weapon, duct tape. Because nobody likes an overachiever. Yeah, that was the right choice there. That tucked bumper just made the whole car look 20% better. More importantly, though, it's made the car 5% more dangerous because there's no longer a crumple zone. So I fully approve of that. You guys know how I feel about safety. Excellent. Yeah, you can start to see the vision coming together now. All right, we're moving on to shaving the door handles here. Now you can see that this is indented into the door here, which creates a bit of a problem. So there's really only one right way to do this, and that would be to cut this out, weld in a nice patch that's been shaped to fit the rest of the door. And that's a lot of work, not very much fun. So we're going to shave these the old school way, the way it would have been done at like Barris Custom back in the 50s. We're going to try to replicate that process as close as we can using the materials that we have available today. So not really the right way to do it, but it is a way, and it'll be solid and it'll work. We got to get this all perfectly clean here. All the little bits of paint and rust and mung have got to be clean. It's all got to be nice, clean, wholesome, shiny metal. Otherwise, none of this will work. Okay, we got our little patches here trimmed out for the holes. So we're just going to plop this on here and this one down here, of course. And then this hole we can just zip up here. Well, there you go. We got her all leaded in there. All nice and solid now. The reason we want to use lead is because those stamped features in the door, if we just used plastic filler on that, what will happen is the plastic will expand and contract differently in the sun. And even though you'll get it all bodywork straight, when you see it outside in the right light, you'll be able to see the ghost of that. But because the lead is metal, it'll actually bury and hide those features, and then you can put your top primer coats and whatever over here. You don't have to worry about seeing that halo or whatever in the bodywork. We're now on the passenger side here, ready to do the same thing. I got a little bit of disappointing news here. I just talked to our producer, and seems like we're getting dangerously close to blowing the budget for materials on this project after our little incident with the lead on the other side. So we're going to have to get a little bit more creative for this door handle here. But don't worry, I do have a technique that's equally as good, and it'll get the job done at a fraction of the cost. So for this side here, I'm going to show you how you can shave your door handle using the Bodyman's secret weapon, duct tape. I mean, it is silver, so it more or less identifies as being lead or metal of some kind. All right, now what you want to do is just stick your duct tape there and just kind of fish it in here. Oh, geez, some idiot's been into this. Holy. Sorry about this, folks. Okay. Take two. So we want to go sticky side facing out here. That'll really help with our adhesion. Get you in close for a better look. Yeah, just fish her in there. Oops. Now you want to build up some structural integrity here. You can see this is still a little too pokey, so you're going to want to build that up 3 or 4 or 16 layers of duct tape on the inside there, so she's got a good build to it. Okay, now we're going to want to go ahead and mix ourselves up some product here. I like to use the fiberglass reinforced stuff because you want a lot of strength here now. You don't want to cheap out and use the regular filler, although you will have to skim over it with that later on. But for now, we're just building up the foundation there. So this stuff gives it the, well, geez, it's almost stronger than metal, I'd argue. All right, now we want to take our product there and just really hose it in there. Hose it in there good. Yeah. Just build it right up. There you go. You don't want to skip out on this stuff. There you go. Now we'll just let this harden up for 2 to 3 business days, and then we'll come back in and sand her down nice and smooth. We use the old Cincinnati cheese grater technique to knock it down. There you go. We got it all block sanded out there, all ready for primer now, and solid as a rock. You know, I'd actually argue this is probably more solid than the other side we did there with lead and the metal and things. And now some people, they'll tell you you want to remove the duct tape backing after you get this part done. But personally, I like to leave it in. And again, that's the reason that we had the sticky side facing out, is because it does aid in adhesion of the fiberglass. I'm just pleased as punch with how that turned out. All right, you got me. You got me. If you've been watching the channel for a while now, you know I like to goof around here and now and then and there. And I was just doing a little bit of practical amusement just to see how many of you are actually watching the video and paying attention. So don't worry, we're gonna do things right here. We were just kind of, again, just playing around with you. So by the time next episode rolls around, we're gonna have all this nasty lead melted out of here, and we'll fix this side up with the duct tape. Do it right like we did on the other side, and you know, we don't want to be putting out hack work on the internet there. So again, just a little disclaimer here for anybody just tuning in. You know, this is not how we normally do things around here, so don't worry about it. Now, keen observers may have also noticed that we kind of neglected the rear door handles, and believe it or not, there's a good reason for that, which will be revealed in an upcoming episode. So we haven't forgot about them, folks. This is all part of the plan here. You'll see shortly. You just have to be patient. So trust me, trust the process. Well, I think we made some good progress here today. And next episode, we're really going to be getting out the grinders and sawzalls and really cutting into this thing and really transforming it. We were just kind of trying to get some of the light work out of the way today. But next time you see this, it's going to be completely transformed into a whole new car. You won't even recognize it. So let me know in the comments, though, what modifications you think we should do to the old Omega here. You know, I'm curious to know your opinion, and what do you think of our door handles that we did and our chip Foose bumper tuck. Personally, I'm really quite happy with how it all turned out. So hope you're going to stick around with us for the rest of the Omega challenge. This is just a quick fun build here. So got a few more episodes coming up on this before we get back into our regularly scheduled programming. But again, pretty excited about this one. Anyways, I won't keep yammering on here. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next one.